Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived at day 88 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2019. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. It has turned into something wonderful, and our tangle today is called Borbz. It is by Rita Nikolajeva from Brussels, Belgium, and it is so much fun. We are really going to enjoy this one, I think. So Borbz, she named that. It's because it's a border of squished orbs, and so she called it Borbz with a Z. So it is a border of squished orbs and really big orbs. So let's see how this goes. You're going to start with a nice large orb. Remembering to breathe and appreciate the fact that we are together today. I know I'm appreciating it. And you want to make these as fun and funky as possible. So you're going to start your next orb by drawing a little bit to the side and the bottom of this one on top. Sort of like you do in perk, sort of squished up like this, yeah? Now the next step is one that I really enjoy, and that is, I enjoy it, but I struggle with it. It's the rounding. And so she has the sections where they come together rounded. And this is why I'm not very good at this. All right. Remember, when it comes to blacking, this is one of my things too. I struggle with slowing down. Make yourself slow down. And if you want to switch to a larger pen like the 08 with a bigger nib on it, this will go much faster. However, I am trying my best to learn how to use these moments for Zen. That is the reason that we're here. This is the Zen in Zentangle. When you slow down and stop worrying about being done, being finished, and start appreciating the process of what you're doing. How nice it is to just, wow, that one got out of control fast. But appreciate it anyway. I'm going to. And it's not going to matter. This pattern is so awesome because there's a ton of things you can do with it. I'm just going to own it. Well, stop, Cindy, stop. I can't. All right, this is how I do it. That's how I get in trouble. Well, you guys know what I mean? All right, the next step, we are going to make 3 inner auras, or 2 inner auras, or 3 inner auras. I don't know. Let's count them as we go. And make a big one. And another one inside it. Okay, it's 2. There you go. Could be 3. Now the fun begins. If you want, you can leave it in the center, but I love in the step outs how the circles are shifted a little bit to the side, giving this a completely different direction to it. And so play with these. And see where they lead you. Now I can already tell you when I get to when I get to the Zia group today on Facebook, the Zia's Tips, Tricks, and Techniques group, Barb Massington is going to have something with eyeballs because I just know her. She loves the eyeballs, and that's going to be a really cool pattern for eyeballs. Okay, the last step of this, or depending on what you decide to do. Okay, tip tip for this kind of thing, we're going to fill this with lines that radiate out from this. And it's sometimes hard, especially if you're going to put a tiny curve in them like this. It's hard to get them to work out. So probably without the curve. If you will divide it into quarters, up, down, and sideways, and then approach your radiating lines like that, you will have better accuracy as far as how that section is divided, if that makes any sense at all. Mine tend to be out of order or turned the wrong way, if you will. And that really helps me keep them more even. But of course, on this, you don't have to keep them even. And it is a cute step out. Okay, she has the middle blacked on the step out. You're rushing, Cindy. Take your time. Just enjoy the process of inking. And again, feel free to use your larger nibbed pens. The nib is the point size. This one's pretty tiny. When I use the bigger ones, I make bigger messes. Okay, so that's traditional, the way the step out is. Now, I immediately wanted to know, well, what if we change it up a little bit and do it like that? What if we leave a little highlight in the middle? That would be cool. We could do more circles and fill them in like that. Ooh, I kind of like that one. We could eyeball these lines and do them wiggly like if they were veins. I'm doing this for you, Barb. This is a shout out. Barb Massington, talking about you and your eyeballs, which I love, by the way. She does amazing eyeballs. If y'all don't know Barb, you should check out her art. She's awesome. We had a time there on Facebook where trying to think who it was that was on an eyeball kick, and so they started doing eyeball tutorials, and they were good tutorials. She started with a cat eye or something like that, and so all we had on Facebook for a while was eyeball stuff. So it was pretty cool. Barb loved that. At least that's what I think, because everything is eyeballs with her. So I'm going to do this one even more different. I'm really going to put a curve in these. I don't know how this is going to end up on the other side. Well, thank goodness those overlap, so we're not going to have to find out. And then you could black this. Don't worry, guys, I'll speed this up for you. So here's a few ideas for you on embellishing and having fun with this pattern. This is the basic pattern Borbz. This is such a fun pattern. I can't wait to play with it a little bit. So let your imagination go wild. Let your orbs go wild. Let them be what they want, and see what kind of fun thing you come up with in the end. All right, let's get this in the pattern for today. I think this is going to be a fun fill for this. How about if I do some Borbz rows here? Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to purposefully make these irregular shapes. Well, I say that and I get probably the most regular shapes I've ever had. All right. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put in some more. This will give me even more fun places to embellish and play. And I think I'll put another one right here. And so I am truly blessed today. One of you, nope, Simba, not yet, buddy. Mom is still recording. Anyway, I am very blessed today because one of you has offered to help me with some things. Lawania Dorman, thank you, young lady. She is so awesome and has been such a big help. She is the one who is compiling our list of these tangles that we will have available on my site, my website, www.thetirelesstangler.com. And I am hoping that she is also going to write some posts for the website so it is not so lonely, because I have not posted there. I think I posted shortly after we started this, and that was it. I've not kept up with my challenges. I'm kind of making a mess here. I have not kept up with my challenges, and it really needs some work. So I'm so grateful that she's at least willing to look at it and offered to help. That is so awesome. If any of you, by the way, look at these videos and think, man, I wish she'd learn to edit these better and I could do a better job, let me know. I would love to have one of you unpaid volunteers to help with video editing, because I know it's something I am not the best at. I have in the last 2 years learned website design and blogging. I have learned YouTube. I have learned, not to mention all of the Zentangle stuff. So it's been a lot. And it's just, I've got too many sticks in the fire right now. I'm not sure if I helped it or made it better here, but we're just going to go with it. And then I think I'm going to borrow an idea from Rita in her step out art and sort of do some hollabah and connect these in this fashion. I think that'll be really cool. All right, I'm going to stop procrastinating here, and I'm going to get my 2 circles in. And I am very tempted to treat these like eyes, because I can if it's what I want, which is awesome. You guys do what you want. If you want these to be pretty and fancy, make them pretty and fancy. If you want these to be creepy, go for it. I like creepy too. And that's kind of the fun thing too about Zentangle. You can make these do whatever you want. And they don't have to be non-representational, meaning they don't have to be abstract. They can also look like stuff if you want them to. I mean, that's not pure Zentangle, but it's also not wrong. And it's also a lot of fun. And I think Maria Thomas would be the first one to say, oh, that's so much fun, and not worry about, Oh, that's not Zentangle. Ooh, I'm going to do a curly one here and see how that turns out just for fun. And because that's sort of the way it turned out. Oh, I'm getting bad ideas here. You remember Jody's or emo ball? Yeah. I'm going to have this guy look over at his friends and buddies over here on the side. And this guy is going to be eyeing these guys over here. And this guy can't mind his own business. All right, this one's going to be looking up at the guy up there. And this one is going to be wearing a big smile on his face.
Is that smile for me?
Smile's always for you, sweetie.
I said, is that smile from me?
It could be from you. Do you want it to be?
No, I mean from me.
All right.
Not for me. I mean from.
I don't know. Are you smiling?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go then. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit in much overlap there. So this is just going to be my fun little addition since I have lots of room to play in these big sections I made. And was it Judy Morgan who said that, said in comments that what if I diva danced around this? And I wanted to tell you that I had already decided that I wanted to add diva dance around the edges in that way. So it would be more true to form for what I had planned. But yes, I absolutely intend to add a couple of rows of diva dance around the edge. All right. Now, for the radiating lines, and you don't have to add those if you don't want to. And what am I going to do with this? I really like it. I really like it a lot. But it needs something. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to highlight this with a little, there you go, tiny. And I think I'm going to do that on each of these. Sort of give them a little pupil action, if you will. Because I'm just in an eyeball frame of mind today, guys. And if you want to eyeball things, that's okay. Just no yucky toes. I'm just kidding. If you want to do yucky toes, that's okay, but don't ask me to look at them. Because that's gross. Well, those guys are all looking that way. We need some people to look the other... Well, we might as well have them all look the same way. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I'm digging this. Now, do we want the lines? Let's try some. Fun. All right, let's see. Let's do this one. What else? Let's try it this way. That one has a little too much thinking involved. But I do like how it turned out. Interesting. And I think for these two, I'm going to stripe this one. Sort of fit into the whole theme here. Except that's going to be confusing for the eye, so I'm going to have to really emphasize the orbs here with shading so I don't lose what's going on. I'm going to redefine that line. I think I'm going to leave this one plain. Or, one thing I did not do was try striping in here. That'll work. That will work. All right. Okay, let's quickly do shading. Here's my pencil. Whoops, wrong one. No, it's not my tortilla. There it is. Okay. All right. Okay. For shading, the most important thing I think is going to be to get graphite down beneath each one of your orbs so that it sort of emphasizes each individual shape. Especially on these that are really smushed and have patterns that sort of merge them together. And if you've done a lot of inking like I did here, make sure you give it just a few seconds to dry so that you don't have any accidental smears. It normally doesn't happen except when you have a place where you've used a lot of ink. Okay, then I'm also going to shade right here on the outside of our original pattern. And I'm going to blend that and then see where we're at. Also, be careful with your tortillon in these large inked areas. Well, that just took the shine right out of that, didn't it? All right. Now, if you want more than that, my inclination is to shade to one side of these, sort of emphasize, of course you can't really do that here, sort of emphasize your orb. And then on the background, I think I'm going to take my French gray pencil, my Prismacolor in French gray. I think it's like 70%, I think, French gray. And use that for this area behind the hollow ball stripes. And I'm referring to the Zentangle original pattern hollow ball, which talks about the act of drawing behind, as we have here. There. Well, I'm not sure that helped. Still, I had fun doing it. I think I like, I don't know. You tell me which one you like. Tell me what you're going to do with yours. Drop me a comment. Let me know you're there. I want to say hi to my watcher Yus in Kuala Lumpur and to Bafka from the Netherlands. They have recently dropped me comments telling me that they are watching, and I appreciate you guys. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for day 89. Could we be almost to the last 10? You're going to want to tune in tomorrow. We have a great user suggested tangle by Chris Gerstner. That's a hint. See you tomorrow.